Hi! Fancy meeting you here. I'm Milla Jovovich, and I'm here too to talk about the new Resident Evil, the final chapter, and we are live. So, I'm on my own here, just kind of chatting with you all. I've got a magic 8-ball just in case things get scary. I need to know what to do. But for the moment, the guys here at Facebook have been very kind to give some questions that have been on everybody's mind. So let's start with the first. What was your favorite moment of filming this franchise? Well, I have to say, hands down, my favorite moment was in this movie. My daughter, Ever, plays the Red Queen, and she was on set with us, and it was unbelievable. She's such an incredible actress, and for me to be on set with her, watching her do what she's good at, and with my husband at the same time, it was just really unforgettable. So definitely, I would have to say that takes the cake. Let's see, what else? What does the future hold for you post-Resident Evil? Let's go to the Magic 8-Ball for that, I would imagine. What does the future hold for me?
Yes or no questions.
Oh, they're yes or no questions. Damn it. Yep, it's true. Cannot say. But there you go. Cannot say. I mean, look, I do a lot of stuff. I've definitely had many different incarnations of my career. I've done music, I've done design, modeling, and things like that. And so I think my career holds, hopefully, a lot after Resident Evil. And I do love doing action. So I hope, the end of Resident Evil is not the end of me as an action hero. But I actually just finished a couple of movies last year that'll be coming out. One I did with James Franco called Future World, and another one that I did with the most amazing director, Rob Reiner, who I'm such a huge fan of. And it's a movie called Shock and Awe. It's based on a true story. And I got to work with Woody Harrelson, who's the coolest guy in the world. And we had so much fun together. I play his wife in the movie. And actually, it's a real-life character. So I got to talk to the woman I was playing, which was unbelievable. I mean, really changed the game for me as an actor to be able to communicate directly to the person you're playing. I think it added a lot for me to bring to set with all my new information. And I'm going to go on because I ramble. If you haven't noticed, I can talk for ages, and we've only got 2 questions so far. So let me start. How was shooting in Cape Town? It was amazing. I like to say Cape Town is like Malibu on steroids. And I don't know if you guys have ever been to Malibu, but it's just beautiful beaches, incredible scenery. And this took it to another level. I mean, it was like these huge, unbelievable mountains right on the ocean. And, every morning, driving to work was just epic to look at the ocean, and the scenery was unbelievable. Great food as well, and awesome people. Moving on, which Resident Evil installment is your favorite? I mean, I've got moments in each movie that I love, but I have to say this one, the final chapter, is definitely my favorite. I mean, I was challenged on so many different levels in this movie. I actually had a baby 4 months before I started production. So getting into Alice shape was torture. This time, it's normally a bit easier. I do enjoy training, but this was really tough. I'm sure every mother can relate to the fact that you have a baby. All you want to do is sit in your PJs and nurse and nest. Well, that wasn't in the cards for me. So it was all 3 hours of training, really strict diet, and but that goes, again, I'm rambling. Which Resident Evil installment is your favorite? That was the question. So it's this one. So after all that crazy stuff that I just talked about, I mean, I had some of the most difficult action sequences in this. I have a fight where I'm hanging upside down. I do this amazing, this incredible fight with Ian Glenn, who plays Dr. Isaacs, the evil Dr. Isaacs. And we do this like 250 move fight on top of a moving vehicle, which was intense because we had to be hooked up with cords and stuff. So it got a little bit weird to fight, with a cord holding you onto this vehicle. But I mean, it was just so fun for me to be able to learn that much fight choreography. It's definitely the longest fight that I've ever done. And I got a chance to practice some parkour in this one. At the end, Alice pulls out some pretty crazy moves in the glass corridor, so that was very fun. But that's not me doing the splits. Anyway, you'll know what I'm talking about when you watch the movie. My goodness, this is taking forever. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm like, what is your favorite thing about playing Alice? You know, Alice is so rad. I mean, I feel like a superhero when I play Alice. You know, you get on set, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, it's dark, you're seeing zombies walking around already in full makeup because poor things have been there since 2, getting all their prosthetics on, you know, going on these amazing sets in these really crazy derelict locations. I mean, it's like a whole nother world. It's so different from my everyday life, you know, so it's just so fun and empowering, you know. Again, I love doing the stunts. I love doing martial arts, so it really makes me feel like a superhero. So I guess that's probably what I'm going to miss the most about Alice, is like feeling that adrenaline rush when I get to do something crazy and pretty dangerous in the movie. Next. I'm not saying I'm an adrenaline junkie or anything like that, but, you know, it makes you feel powerful. All right. Of all the Resident Evil enemies you've faced, which was your favorite? Well, I mean, human or undead? Because, you know, there's quite a lot of the undead. But humans would definitely have to be Ian Glenn, who plays Dr. Isaacs. He's pretty tough to kill. Anybody that's seen Res 3 will know that I killed him already. So why is he back? Well, only in the Resident Evil universe can we bring people back time and time again. And this time he comes back and, you know, there's definitely more to him than meets the eye. That's for sure. Even for him. And you have to watch the movie to know what I'm talking about. But it's crazy. He's a really epic bad guy. When you filmed the first film, oh, that's not really good English, is it? When you filmed the first film, when you filmed the first movie, it should say. Anyway, sorry. Just, you know, when I'm doing my British classes, you know, I pay attention to these things. When you filmed the first movie, did you and Paul have any idea it would turn into this massive franchise? Absolutely not. When I made the first Resident Evil, I was a kid who was a huge fan of the game. I played it with my little brother. And when I heard they were making a movie, I just thought, wow, that is the coolest thing. Like, it's this small independent film with zombies who nobody has seen in like 20 years and really strong female leads. And, you know, for me, I had done a movie called The Fifth Element. And that was where I really understood that action was something I was good at and something that I had a passion for, doing martial arts, doing the wire work, training and stuff. So I definitely was looking for another action movie to do, but you know, there wasn't many going around in Hollywood with females sort of in the lead, kicking butt and all that. So, you know, suddenly this European indie, you know, action horror flick comes out of nowhere. And I was like, wow, what a unique opportunity for women to really kind of take on these roles. I'm going to start rambling again, but, you know, when I was a kid, I loved Sigourney Weaver in Aliens, and that inspired me so much because at that point, I was way too young to watch it, but I was like 12. And you just never seen a woman do these kind of things on film before. So for me, it blew my mind that I believed her. And I thought, wow, why can't I see more films like this with women doing this? So definitely I wanted to kind of do more of these strong, powerful characters on screen because I was so inspired when I was a kid by it and made me feel much stronger. All right, moving on. What was your favorite stunt to film? I would say the upside down fight because it was so different from anything I've ever done, and I totally felt like an acrobat or, you know, somebody from Cirque du Soleil or something. It was so beautifully choreographed, and you know, to be hanging from one foot like fighting with 6 guys. I mean, that's pretty cool. I've never seen anything like it. So that was definitely the highlight stunt-wise for me. But we do a lot of crazy stuff. It wasn't like the longest fight. There's only so long that you can hang upside down before the blood rushes to your head and get a really, really bad headache. We're getting a phone. Okay, so we're getting some live questions now from all you guys and girls. I mean that in the general, guys, as in all of us, people. Humans. Hello, humans. Have you considered... Oh, this is from Caleb Van Selren. I'm so sorry if I butchered that. Have you considered voice acting video games ever? I have no clue what that means. Does anyone know what a voice acting video game... You do? All right, of course the boys here know. I have no clue, Caleb. But I'm going to find out about it, and I love doing different new things, so this is probably right up my alley. This is from Boogs Robbins. I like that. What's up, Boogs? He says, how is Korea? I plan to go there one day. Korea was one of the most unforgettable experiences I've ever had. And of course, Seoul is a great city, but I actually went to the DMZ. It's called the Demilitarized Zone, which is right on the corner, right on the corner between North Korea and South Korea. You pass the Chick-fil-A and take a left. No. So sorry. I'm kind of tired, you guys. The premiere was last night. I made the mistake of going out way too late. So it's the zone on the border between South Korea and North Korea, and it was unbelievable. I've always been fascinated with North Korea because, I mean, it's just like the darkest place on earth, right? And but I got to meet the amazing men and women in uniform who actually stayed during their Martin Luther King weekend to meet me, and it was such a privilege and such an honor to hang out, to talk to all those guys, to just connect with them. You know, I love connecting with people, and especially people that challenge themselves on an everyday level the way these soldiers do. I mean, it was really one of the most amazing experiences of my life, hands down. So I shout out to all you amazing guys at the DMZ doing your job every day, keeping us safe. Okay. So Craig Patrick Callison II? Because there's a first too. It's probably your dad, right? What part of Alice do you personally identify with? You know, Alice has this incredible perseverance in her character, and I guess you could easily call it stubborn, but I'm a mother, and I don't like to put negative labels on people. So I call it perseverance. And, you know, I'm kind of the most indecisive person I know. I guess just to even think about what I'm going to have for dinner, it gives me anxiety sometimes. So, you know, to play Alice, who's so strong and makes such hard decisions and really doesn't wait. Like she goes for it. She makes a choice. She's constantly making choices. She's not the person that's like standing there going, oh, what do I do? Like she goes for it. Any action, I guess, is better than no action. And, you know, I feel like even in my everyday life, after playing her for so many years, I feel like when things are tough, like today, I'm exhausted. You know, I was up till 3 a.m. and, you know, I'm having a hard time completely keeping on track with this. But to get through today, I'm going to channel my inner Alice, just so I don't fall asleep. So, yeah, I love that part of Alice. She gives me strength. This is from Paula Gomez A. She says, "Hi, Milla. How was working with Ruby Rose?" Ruby is so wonderful and such a great actress. Such a fun girl, like no diva stuff. You know, one of the things that really annoys the heck out of me is when actors start getting too self-centered and, you know, nothing is good enough and everything is torture and everything is a complaint. And it's like, you know, oh, sorry, you've got the trailer and everybody loves you and thinks you're awesome and you're making a big movie, but of course you're upset. I mean, right? It's just like... So it's really nice, especially on a Resident Evil film, where things get really tough. They really do get challenging. You know, the locations, you're either so hot or so cold or you're wet and it's night shoots and it's freezing temperatures. So, you know, you have any diva behavior, it's the ripple effect. Everyone's going to be in a bad mood. So it's so important to have great people on set, to have people that are, you know, together and getting along and laughing and keeping each other's morale up, you know, because after working 16 hours a day, the last thing you want to deal with is someone complaining. It's like, yeah, we're all kind of in the same boat here, right? Sorry, I know. Okay, I'm going on. I just can't stop myself from talking. Can somebody ask me a yes or no question so I can finally turn to the magic 8 ball? All right. Okay. Sorry. I was just scrolling through these because some of them are the same question. This is from Jen Vink, and I like this question because I think about this myself with my daughter. My 12-year-old daughter, Milla, your namesake, hi Milla, wants to be an actor. Oh my God, oh yeah, here we go. No, wants to be an actor. What advice do you have for her? You know, what my daughter also wants to be an actor. And, you know, the thing that I tell her all the time, number one, you have to work hard. You have to go to class. You have to really be committed to what you're doing because, you know, acting is 99% of rejection. And if you don't work hard to build your confidence, it's really easy for that confidence to get flushed down the toilet multiple times a day in Hollywood. So you have to be very strong. And you know, I get worried, of course, because you get out there, you know, it's, you're out on social media, you're a public figure, you know, loads of people whose accounts will be nameless, but they're all private. Because they don't let you talk back, do they? They just say nasty things. And then they go hide in their private accounts. You know, scuttle back into their private crab holes. Right? And it's hard because, you know, people say nasty things. The last thing you want is for your kid to, like, put themselves out there like that. So I said, you have to be strong. You know, you can't be so... I mean, on the one hand, you have to be so sensitive to play a character. But on the other hand, in your personal life, you got to be... like thick-skinned, because with fame comes people that are nasty and want to say hateful things, and you know what? It goes with the program, so you just gotta like go with it. So yeah, and that's like for actors or any kids, by the way. You know, this whole cyberbullying thing, like celebrities got cyberbullied before anybody. They like started the trend, you know, and people have said the nastiest things in the world to me. You gotta be strong. You can't pay attention to that. You have to have your goals and focus on them. All right, one more question or what? Okay, one more. Okay. God, you guys, we're having fun. We're like, we're connecting here.
If you click on the orange, you'll see a couple new ones, and we removed.
Click on the orange?
Yeah.
That says all.
Yeah. Oh, it's under suggested.
No, there's no orange under suggested. Okay. Will there be a blooper video after this movie? There better be. Are you kidding me? Like, the amount of times that stupid shit it happens on an action movie. I mean, of course, because it's like you want to look like a superhero and you're all in the character and you're like going and then you jump and then you like trip and it's like, or the amount of times that someone has thrown me a knife or a gun and how many takes before I can finally catch it with dignity, with nobility, not all, got it! It's like you have to like catch it and be strong, and the amount of times it just goes, trying to stay in character. But of course, I'm not Alice, as you can see, it's a part. And, I'm not as on it as she is. So I'm sure there will be a great blooper reel. And would love to do a great commentary behind it, too. All right, well, I'm getting kicked out now, guys. I love you. Don't let me go.
And we're just going to do a recap video.
Oh, you're going to do the recap video? We did this great recap video. So, anyone who hasn't seen the last 5 Resident Evil films, I can't believe it. If you haven't, watch this recap video. Bye.